From the air, Chiapas, Mexico's southernmost state, is a gorgeous quilt of hills, rivers, and lakes. But that's no way to see the rainforests, Mayan ruins, and Indian villages of one of Mexico's most isolated regions. I'm Matt Gross, the Frugal traveler for the New York Times, and when I explored Chiapas over 10 days this fall, I traveled almost solely by colectivo. Colectivos are shared minivans, and they form a network of travel routes that let you roam all over the state, cheaply. It can be a bumpy ride, and occasionally crowded, but it's often the only way to get from place to place. My first stop was Zinacantan, an Indian village with a magnificent church and a number of young women who will lead you to their families' textile workshops.
You can take photos if you want to.
Each village has its own style, and Zinacantan is famous for its embroidery. But it was a scarf that was my first priority.
This one?
Chiapas, despite being officially in the tropics, actually gets quite cold at night, especially in the mountains. The prices, however, were low like the temperature. This scarf was just 50 pesos, or about $4. 6 hours in another colectivo brought me to Palenque, the ruins of an ancient Mayan city.
The Mayans lived here for 1,000 years.
I hired a Spanish-speaking guide. It was 200 pesos versus up to 800 or 850 for an English-speaking one. Palenque used to be a major city in the region, home to one of the greatest kings, Pakal.
He was an incredible one. Inside Pakal rests.
A holy city this may have been, but it's increasingly commercialized now, with vendors allowed to operate within the protected site. The next day, it was back on the bus. My destination? The rainforest near the Guatemalan border. It was an occasionally nerve-wracking journey. Not just because of the road, but also because of the many military checkpoints. Even after 15 years, the government is still hunting Zapatista rebels in these hills and jungles.
We're going to walk for about 2 hours, and we are also going to see the plants and animals and places that are very hilly, not very flat.
No kidding. But apart from a little mud, it wasn't too challenging a hike.